Hi friends, in this video we'll have a look at files. Okay, the files is very useful when you want to do store some data and retrieve it, or you want to store some configuration and use it. Okay, so let's start with a simple example. Let's have a small file, its handle, and then let's open a file. Okay, it uses a simple function called open, and it takes two parameters. Let's start with this first parameter, like the file path. Okay, let's go to our C colon or something where we have stored our thing. So we'll create there's a practice app. Inside that I have a lot of files. Let's check for any text file for the simplicity. Check of simplicity. Here I have a text file called readme.md. I'm going to open it and let's check it out. Okay, so let's start with the notepad. Okay, so I'm going to it's empty, so I'm going to type something. So blah 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 sadwr and then save it. Okay, I saved it. Okay, so let's try to read that file. Okay, give the file name, readme. Okay, let's better copy paste from there. Okay, F2, Control A, and then cut it, escape, come here, paste it over here. Okay, I have given the same name as that thing. So since in the same folder, I am not giving the full path. Okay, to read the file, I have to use that handle and say that read. That's all. It reads and then pastes, gives you the data. And if you want to store it in a variable or print it just like that. Here I'm going to print it. So if I print it and run it, so I got the two lines over here. So that ASD something and then EWF. Okay, whatever the lines are there, just over here. Okay, so reading a file is as simple as that. Writing is also the same way. For the sake of doubt, we'll add third line and then print it over here. So I got three lines over here. The third line is a numeric line. Okay, so it's working fine. So let's comment it out and try to read it. Sorry, write it. Okay, so it's in the same style, like, so we have handle and then dots write. Oh, sorry, WRIT write, and whatever string you want to give it over here. Okay, sample text. Okay, if I run it over here, it will write it, but it will not. So it gives an error. So the file is not open for writing. So when a file is by default, if it is opened, it will be opened in a read-only mode. So you have to give the mode in which you want to read. For example, here I'm going to give a write mode over here. So W I'm going to use it. So if I run the same program, it will be writing the value without any issues. The sample text would be present over here. I'll close the file and then reopen it so that it gets reloaded. So if you go to this file, you see the sample text is present over here. Okay. So let's zoom it. So no, better not zoom it. Like, let's use something else. Okay. So let's use Notepad++ so that it reloads automatically. So the Notepad++ is my favorite editor. So here, what we'll do is, like, after writing, let's try to read it. Okay, let's see what happens. Remove the comments. So if I run it, last time it read the file properly. Now it is not reading it properly. So it's giving a single character. The reason is, like, so whenever you write, the pointer or the it's like a cassette tape which you have in the olden days. When you play it, it automatically rolls it to the location at which last it returned. So what it happened is, like, after sample text, the cursor has been placed. So after that, nothing was there. So it was giving an empty data over there. Okay. So what should we do? So the same thing which we do it in the olden days, like rewind it. Okay. So there is a function called rewinding, that's called seek it to the 0th position, which I say it like so. Now if I run it, I'll get the sample text properly over here. So to double check it, let's give another value over here. Seek one, sample text one. If I run it, I'm getting the sample text one. If I go to the Notepad++, it reloads and shows it. Okay, so that's simple as that. So the write has other functions called write lines, where you can write multiple lines. The same way, if you want to read, you can have a read lines. You can use a loop to iterate through all the lines one by one. one way, character by character as well, and then use it like whatever way you want it. Okay, so these are some of the functionalities you get it. The reading and writing file is the simplest thing, and it always helps you in using it. You can read a log file and then parse it for the errors, or you can read a config file and check for the settings, or you can write your students mark data into something and then check it out. All those things are can be done using the files. Okay, so that's all about the files. Okay, thank you friends. Bye bye.